Hey guys, this is Odysseus with BNG Militia, bringing you another battlefield training commentary. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to go ahead and describe what Conquest and Conquest Assault is, what your objectives are, what you need to do, how you need to conquer it, and how you're going to win this game match and play to the best of your ability. So let's go ahead and jump into this right now. I'm going to go ahead and just do a tutorial over this. Main objectives, what things mean, what would possibly kind of throw you off about this game mode. So anyways, this is the deployment screen that you will get when you first jump into the match. You will have objectives that you've captured, objectives that you need to capture, and objectives that are neutral. When you first come into the match, all of these objectives over here will be neutral. Everything will be neutral. Nobody has captured anything. Once the game match starts, you want to start capturing points on the map. Now, first things first, you basically want to go for the closest point or the second closest point to you and your base, because effectively you want someone to go for C and then E or A and D. Most maps, the middle point is an objective that you want overall, but it is not necessary because of the fact that most people are going to be fighting there, especially in Grand Bazaar. This is just a big, huge clusterfuck. People are going to be throwing grenades, shooting missiles, trying to get kills rather than trying to play the objectives. Now, this is a PTFO map style. You have to play the objective. You always have to play the objective. If you do not play the objective, you are going to efficiently lose. Now, to win this game mode, you have what's called tickets. Each side starts out with the same amount of tickets. The first team to capture more than 3 points or more points than the other team, then if you have more captured points, the other team will start effectively bleeding tickets. I guess that's what you could say, bleeding tickets. So they'll start losing tickets and they'll start ticking off. So basically, if they have 2, you want 3. If they have 3, you want the other one. So try to capture points as much as possible. So now, I'm going to go ahead and spawn at B, because once you capture these points, you can actually spawn. These are actually spawn points now, so it effectively gives you more abilities to control the map. So sometimes it's better to have a point, another different point than other points, like B, of course, because it's in the middle of the map. You're able to go to any point pretty effectively from B, anywhere. So let's go ahead and spawn at B, and we're going to head over to A. Now, as you can see in the left and right corner, you can actually see the objectives. Now, under them is how far away they are. So you kind of want to play that off your knowledge a little bit too. If a point's closer, you want to go for that point. If it's being captured or some other team's trying to get to that point, then that's what you want to do. Now, let's go ahead and head over to A. Now, while we're heading over to A, I'm going to talk to you a little about something else. Now, with the movement to A, when you first get that match, as you can see in the bottom left hand corner where the map is, that point is blinking. That means that it's being contended. Someone's on that point. Someone's trying to capture it. Also, if you look, the triangle to the far left is blinking. So that's just giving you a hint. Hey, you want to go to this point, someone's trying to capture it. You want to try to defend it or do something along those lines. Now, before this actually captures, I want to jump off of here real quick. If it's not fully captured, this will start ticking down until it becomes neutral again. That means nobody owns this. There's no flag up, no nothing. So we're going to go ahead and jump back on it again. As you can see, it's going to start rotating out. Now, it does the exact opposite when you're capturing it from them. I'm going to run over to D and I'll show that again because I didn't actually show it. Now, once it finishes capping off, this will be raised, and that basically just means you've got the point. So let's go ahead and we are going to run over to D real quick. Now, while we're on our way over there, as you can see, there's different paths you can take. This isn't like Rush. There's not one standard path that you can pretty much take. Rush, you have 3 or 4 different ways or routes you can go, especially in something like this. Conquest is completely open to you. There's some boundaries that you can't go through and so on. But there's stuff that you can bust down. Like, look at this. You can bust this. You can just totally destroy that. You can take that cover down from somebody. It's not going to completely destroy it in one thing, but it'll eventually get down to this point where there's nothing there. So you can take out people's cover, you can bust through walls, so on, all that good stuff. So, and then some things are not able to be destroyed, of course, like these walls right here are not able to be destroyed. I mean, you can't just go around just destroying everything. I don't know what the fuck just happened there, but that was weird. Alright, anyways, that's not the point of this video. So let's go ahead, we're going to go ahead and jump over to Conquest. Oh yeah, one more thing. Never jump off the point. Try to at least stay in the objective square point of this, the circle or whatever, however they made this objective up. Always try to stay inside of it, because you're just handicapping yourself. I mean, try to stay on here as long as possible to capture this point, because if you capture it, the other team is efficiently going to have to capture this back. So if you capture it before they kill you, good. You just fucked them over for some points. So always remember that. I mean, sometimes it might be good to bail back and try to reassess, the situation and stuff, but try to stay on the point. Try to stay up on the objective. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and jump over to a match. We're going to cover Conquest first, and then we'll cover Conquest Assault after that. And then I'll basically explain the situation that you're getting into. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started here, covering a match on Grand Bazaar. Probably one of my favorite maps to play Conquest on. We just pushed up. This is the very beginning of the match. We're pushing up on the first objective for Russians, and then usually what I do is I try to push up on D. They seem to come from that side, so I was going to go ahead and see if we can go ahead and suppress them down a little bit. Maybe take a few points off of them, and just kind of hold this objective for a second. We've got 3 points. They only have 2, so do the math there. We have more than them, so it's kind of pointless for me to keep pushing up to D. Might as well just kind of defend in numbers. Now here they kind of come up out of nowhere and try to take the banana hallway, as I like to refer to it, and a lot of people refer to it as. Try and take some cover, put a little bit more down on them, revive a few people, try not to die. Unfortunately, I go down here because they were just overwhelmed here a little too much, and a lot of my comrades got taken out too quickly. So I respawn. I'm going to go ahead and try to push up to D, because we've already taken it now, and try to hold that objective, because they're most likely at this point they're either going to go for B, D, or E. So I'm going to try to defend one of those objectives, and since I'm closest to D, might as well try to defend it. So take out a couple people here, move up over to D. I decide that maybe it's not probably the right decision, since I saw all the people over there. There's probably a group of them. Maybe some of them spawned together. I'm going to go ahead and try to defend this hallway a little bit. Now, like I said, alleyway, this is why you're going to see this place being just a total clusterfuck of a place. I strongly just disagree with trying to protect this hallway, because it just gets way out of control. People know where all the people are going to be here trying to take this objective. It's close quarters, narrow hallways. Kind of slip up here. I should have changed to my pistol and went around and tried to kill that guy, but it kind of took me out. Now, as you saw on the screen, that was holding down Q. Now, when you are the team leader of your squad, what you want to do is you want to ultimately set an objective for your teammates to go to. Now, I just set that objective. That's what those 4 little triangles pointing towards the objective that I want to attack to be. That's what I want the objective to be. I want it to be D, because I want to go ahead and try to take that over. We're currently trying to take another point, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, but I want to try to take this one and get some more points knocked off the other team. So I'm going to go ahead and try to take out a few people. Now, from here, I can defend the point. I can defend whoever spawns on the point, because you don't want to necessarily rush all the way over there. You don't need to sit on top of the point. You can sit right on the boundary lines of the point. So don't forget that. You don't always want to just rush in there like Rambo and try to take some people out. So, and always, just a word of advice, just constantly move back and forth. Look in different directions, wherever you're unsecured, where someone might spawn or someone might get up to you. Now, like I said, I'm going to try to push up to another point. Tried to get a little ballsy here, and it didn't go in my favor. This guy took me out pretty quickly. I moved up. Shouldn't have moved up. I should have just stayed and defended what we had at that point, because we had enough points to keep them going down. So we're going to go ahead and spawn again, and I'm going to go ahead and spawn on this guy since he's close to where I just was. And I'm going to try to defend, like I said before. I mean, I'm going to defend B. If they go for D, I'm going to go back up to D and try to take that back from them. So, as you can see, just doing some careful planning here, throwing down a med pack for a fallback point, like I like to say, just somewhere to fall back and take a chance to get a breather and get back out there and take a few people down again. So, pushing up again. Like I said, I mean, I like trying to go for the points. I mean, if all possible. I mean, because if you can make them go back, and that was a bad move, really bad move. I should have never tried to run up that fast. But sometimes it works in your favor trying to run up quickly and trying to suppress another person and take them out before they can move up on you. So, gonna go ahead, spawn on this guy again, and move up to A. And like I said, my persistence has definitely done me in this time. I actually make it up to the point. You know, I'm working my way up there, and sometimes you'll never get to the point, but persistence, like I said, is always something that you want to keep doing. You always want to keep trying to get that point. So, kill. So, this is the part I want to keep in here. Now, I got really ballsy here, and sometimes this is a good thing to do. Now, sometimes it's not going to work. If you're a new player, it most likely will not work unless you're extremely lucky. So, I pushed out, got shot down, got revived, and I decide, you know what, screw this. I'm going to move up. Take this guy out, bunker down for a second, throw down a med pack for somewhere to drop back on, and then I'm like, okay, so there's got to be some more people up here. Take that guy out. Alright, let's wait a second. Make sure there's nothing else. And then, okay, another guy. Take him out. Now, got a squad wipe. That's what you want to see. Once you see that, you're in business. Keep going. Push up on this guy, take him out, and then push back down the hallway. Now I'm going to keep going. I mean, because I want to get C back. We have pretty much had lost all the points at this point, and I was just ready to get to the points back. So I look left, make sure nobody's coming up behind me. Scour after this guy. I don't want to keep shooting at him because if he goes around a corner, he's just going to turn around and surprise me. So kill that guy. Late death on him. Don't know how that happened. I'm going to go ahead, push up. Make sure I take this guy out because he's probably going to be my worst nightmare if he's up on top of that building. Go ahead and take him out since he didn't know I was behind him. Search around, make sure there's nobody else. Get downstairs. Take this guy out. And then here is when the whole cavalry comes. Everybody started coming out of nowhere. So, like I said, sometimes it's good to not attract attention to yourself because they'll be able to turn around and completely take you out. And they'll know exactly where you are. You already gave your gunfire away on the map. And like I said, you always want to pay attention to the map too, because especially in this Conquest, they can be coming from any side. They can come left, right, behind, forward, anything. So anyways, that was the end of this match. I actually did not record or put the whole match on here, my bad. I kind of stopped because, well, I thought it was kind of pointless to record the entire match because it was a 1,000 ticket match. Now, that's the end for this one. You can click on the last video, watch that. That was game modes for Rush. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to cover Conquest Assault in this video. It's already going to be 15 minutes. I'm going to put that into a different video. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your friends, and that will help my channel grow. And of course, if you have any critiques to give me or anything that you want to say, or any kind of information that you want to go over with me, or have any kind of questions, just post a comment, send me a private message, whatever you want to do. And follow me on Twitter and like me on Facebook. Thanks. Have a good day. Odysseus, out.